Young, everybody. It's Chatty Ashley. So today I'm going to talk to you about moving to Fort Hood because my girlfriend recently moved there and had a lot of things to share with her. So I'm going to share them with you now. First off, I lived in Fort Hood in the year of 2012 till 2013. 2 years previous to that, I lived in Austin, Texas, and I spent a lot of time down at Fort Hood because that's where my husband was stationed. So, first off, it is very, very hot in the summers and it is very cold in the winter. I think that the heat and the cold is intensified because it's so desolate there. There's not a whole lot of trees, it's super flat, you can see for miles. So there's nowhere for the heat to go, and there's nowhere for the cold to go either. Number two, everything is off Interstate 190, like all your shopping, all your retailers, all your grocery stores. Um, don't confuse 190 with Business 190. Which is obvious. Business 190 is where all of the a lot of like downtown type businesses are. Um, Of course, if you travel to Harker Heights or to Copper's Cove, those are also off 190. And the traffic on those two streets or that interstate can be kind of, it can get backed up because it's such a popular interstate. And I think they might have access roads. So if you're not used to access roads or frontage roads, go ahead and get used to those. Number three, there's a huge sense of camaraderie at Fort Hood because the actual post is one of the largest, if not the largest, and it's bigger than the actual city it's in. So there's military everywhere. There's veterans everywhere. Everywhere you go to the grocery store, you go down the street, and you're going to see people in uniform everywhere. So people tend to kind of like get together a lot, and I really like that about living there. We were always having barbecues or going over to somebody's house for dinner, or just kind of like it was very family. I made a lot of army wife girlfriends, wives for life. While living there, I still do talk to a lot of them, and I went to a lot of FRG meetings as well, and those were really fun, like white elephant Christmas parties, or trunk or treat, or Thanksgiving dinners and things like that. Number four, there's a lot of retailers, there's a lot of businesses. There are a lot of restaurants in this area. They are packed in there, and from what I've heard, they've grown exponentially since I was there. I guess 4 years ago now. I even heard they have a Mac store now, which I'm super jealous about. The Post is super big. It has like two PXs, two commissaries. You could easily get lost on it. So yeah, there's a lot of places to spend your money there. I had a lot of favorite restaurants like the Daiquiri Factory, which is like a drive-through daiquiri shop. Uh-huh. And there's this fried pie shop. I don't think it's there anymore, but I loved it, and I loved Billy Bob's Burgers too. So good burgers. Number five, housing off post, on post. There's some really sucky housing on post. It's very old, but then there's some new housing, I think, over in North Fort Hood. And off post, they will try to like get you to lease out these really crappy houses. But just keep looking because there's plenty of listings, especially like in Harker Heights, even in Copper's Cove. Just be patient. We went through JWC rentals. They were pretty decent. They came out when things need to get fixed. We paid them on time. They gave us like our security deposit, so we didn't have any problems with them. Um, Number six, the interstate that connects Austin to Killeen, which is, I think it's I-96. It's going through Florence. Once you get to Florence, you have to drive like 25 miles an hour. Do because those cops are sitting, they're waiting for you day or night. They're trying to get their ticket quota, so just crawl through their little town. And there's also a winery there, and some restaurants and, like little knick-knacky type places. But the point of the matter is that interstate that connects you from Killeen to I-35, which is the interstate that takes you directly um, pretty much through all the major cities in Texas besides Houston. You need to adhere to the speed limit. Also, if you get to Austin from one I-35, you can connect the toll road, which is 135, to avoid traffic on 35. That'll take you all the way around and connect you back to 290. And the airport is out there as well. Um, Number 7, um, you're gonna see everybody everywhere. Kroger, HEB, Walmart, everywhere. You're just gonna see people everywhere. Kind of get used to that. But because you see everybody everywhere, it kind of like, I don't know, that could be annoying to me. Number 8, Dalton Lake is really nice for picnic, barbecues, camping, O days. Number 9, it just goes back to Austin. It's it's an hour away going from 190 to 195 to 35 south. 35 is always backed up. Austin's very fun. Check out the downtown area on 6th Street. San Antonio is about 2 hours away. Dallas is 4 hours away, and Houston is 3.5 hours away. Um, just going back to how big the post is, utilize the other gates besides the main gate because that one can get pretty backed up. I mean, I've seen it like backed up all the way out into the interstate. So try other gates. There's one on Rancier that I used to use a lot. The lines and at restaurants can be long sometimes, especially like on Veterans Day. I've seen the lines like wrapped onto the interstate, which is crazy. I've seen people wrapped around buildings trying to get into the Golden Corral or Applebee's or wherever, to get those discounts on Veterans Day. So I'll be prepared to wait. Um, Number 11, people who come to Fort Hood usually stay for a while, and so expect your soldiers to be in the field a lot or even to possibly deploy. Number 12, the airport in Killeen is expensive to fly out of unless things have changed. We just usually would go to Austin and fly out of there if we needed to fly. So that's just it. It got kind of long, so I apologize about that. If you have any more questions for me, please drop me a line. And those of you who are there, has anything changed in Killeen since 2013? And young, peace.